So we should
Host
finish.
started recording.
Hi everyone. Hello on passive world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. It's a great on passive day. Today is 8 March 2024. I am Engineer Sushanto Biswas, welcoming all of you to this webinar. Warm greetings from Mission Success Family, OP Mission Success Family. And today is a International Women Day. International Women Day. So, greetings and respect to all the women across the globe. And our topic today, pillars of successful businesses. Pillar means the foundation, infrastructures, and the facilities the company need to be successful. And we have with us our special guest, our elder brother, our great leader, our motivator, Mr. Jeffrey Morlock from USA. He will speak on the topic. Definitely will enrich with so many information. Just to start and to maintain our formalities and courtesy, I request Mr. Sajol Singh Roy. He is the organizer of this group. I would request Mr. Sajol Singh Roy come up with your welcome address. Over to Sajol Singh Roy.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hi,
Hi,
everyone. Welcome
everyone.
to
Welcome to
OP Mission
Mission
Success
Success
Family.
Family.
Thanks for
Thanks
joining
for joining
us
us
today
today.
for our webinar on personal development. I am Sajal Singh Rai, organizer of this webinar. Before we start, I want to welcome our special guest, global leader, Mr. Jeffrey Morlock, sir, and our another leader, Jenny Eliva, ma'am, and so many leaders all of across the world. Welcome to all. And welcome to our special, our speakers and others attendees. Also, I want to remind everyone that we will listen on this topic. The topic is pillars of successful business, and then we will take question at the presentation's end. You can type your question in the chat box, and we will answer the many possible at the end. Finally, want to know that this webinar is will give us more knowledge from our special guests and others speakers. Today is also a great day, so I respect from my heart to the mothers, all mothers and sisters, because today's others special day, World Women's Day. So I don't delay to start. Let's thanks again, and let's start it, sir. Over to sir.
Thank you, Mr. Sajol Singh Roy. Thank you so much for your nice and kind words. My dear friends, we are really sorry. We are we are little bit delayed due to technical issue, I think, but hope it is resolved. Our friends will join. So today, definitely we'll listen to our great leaders. We have with us Jean Eliva and some Dr. Yvonne Mundi and some other leaders will join. Already some of them are joined. Definitely we'll listen to them. Before listening our great leader Jeffrey Morlock, we should know him. Who is Mr. Jeffrey Morlock? So I request Kueli Diashi. Miss Kueli Diashi, please introduce our guest to this audience. Kueli Diashi, are you there?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
তোমার
Hi,
তোমার
everyone.
কুহেলি তোমার এই মাথাটা একটু নিচে নামাতে পারো কিনা দেখবে। আর একটু নামানো যায় কিনা, ক্যামেরাটা একটু অ্যাডজাস্ট করো। তোর ফেসটা দেখা যাচ্ছে না, আরেকটু 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 আরেকটু
ওকে স্যার।
আরেকটু হলে ভালো হয়। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ওকে ওকে ওকে,
ঠিক
বলো।
আছে।
ওকে,
ওকে,
ইটস ওকে
থ্যাংক
ইটস
ইউ
ওকে,
স্যার।
ওকে গো হেড।
Hi everyone. Great on-passive day to all of you. I am Kuyali Diashi from India. Indeed, it's my great pleasure and I feel proud to introduce a great leader, motivation, guider like Jeffrey Morlock sir from USA. Jeffrey Morlock, he is BS in Healthcare Management, retired military person. He is happily married to a beautiful lady for nearly 40 years. They are blessed with three kids and four grandkids. Mr. Morlock is an author of several books on Amazon. Jeffrey Sir joined on Passive almost since it started and he is die-hard believer in the on-passive vision. He has lots of contribution and support to on-passive and the founder community as well. He wrote the ebook and continuously speaking in the different webinars across the globe in the regular basis. We are really grateful to Mr. Jeffrey Mollock sir for being with us. We are really excited today for your kind presence, sir. Thank you so much. Over to you, Engineer Sushant Vishal, sir.
Wow, wow, thank you Kweli Diashi for your nice introduction of our great leader. On top of his introduction, as Kweli shared, Mr. Jeffrey Morlock, he is the motivator, inspirer, teacher, trainer, great supporter to the founding community. He is so generous, kind, and lion hearted person that always extends his hands for any information on passive. Not only that, he has also been serving and supporting on passive in different ways, like he wrote ebook. We don't know actually how much he is supporting on passive behind the scene. He is continuously sharing on passive business model, speaking in different webinars across the globe, educating and inspiring the founding members since his joining. My dear friends, our brother and elder brother Jeffrey Morlock, definitely he will speak in English, but most of our people are from Bengali community and also some of our friends are from Hindi community. So we'll try to translate into our own language Bengali as well in Hindi. So hope our listeners, our participants will know what our great leader is saying. So let's start. And today, you know that our topic pillars. What do we mean by the pillars? Pillars means so many foundations, so many infrastructure, so many facilities that a company need to be successful. Definitely, our leader Jeffrey Morlock will brief everything, elaborate on everything. Before that, I just like to mention that what I mean. I mean about the pillars of business. I think every each and every business will have a clear mission, vision, and strategy that ensures that a company how will do and what to do in his business era. Definitely, the company will have the quality products and services, and customer focus is the important for any company to be successful in their business. The company must have a effective leadership, of course, with talented team. Financial management is also most important for any business, and adaptability and innovation to adapt the changes, that will be the uh, that will be the willingness to adapt any changes at any moment, and that should be implemented with the company to be successful. And also the company will have the operational excellence and a strong branding and marketing. And finally, I should say the business should be ethical, and they will practice the holistic business, that in all aspects that will be beneficial for the human. Considering all those facts, I think the platform we are belonging to, on passive, OnePassive is maintaining all those pillars, and there are some more pillars too. I'm sure that our brother Jeffrey Morlock will elaborate on it. I'm just mentioning some point from my view. Hope he will um, elaborate everything, all the pillars of a successful business. Now, our great leader Jeffrey Morlock, mic and platform is yours. Please start your space as you like, but I'm sure that you will uh, make your speech in three part, and we will translate each part in Bengali and as well in Hindi. So uh, the mic is yours and the platform is yours. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome, Jeffrey Morlock. Welcome, Jeffrey Morlock.
Can everybody hear me okay? Wonderful, wonderful. I can tell you how
It's
lucky
fine.
I am.
It's fine.
Uh,
Go ahead.
I have got some feedback. Can we mute everybody, or can somebody turn their mics off? There we go. Thank you so very, very much. I'm just so honored to be here. And speaking of that, right off the gate, let me send some honor to our women today, this evening. I mean, you are humanity's creators. You are humanity's life givers. Phew. Blessings to all of you. Blessings and honor to all of you. Much respect. We love you, and we wouldn't be here without you. So thank you. And thank you, engineers Sushanta and Sajal, for hosting this. I will go through a little bit of what I'm doing so that people have an expectation. It's going to be a little longer than I had anticipated, based on our talks, Sushanta, and I want to thank you for that. I see wonderful faces here, people that I know and people that I've talked to. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I hope that this evening is very informative for you. I'm going to be talking about Industry 4.0 right to start with, and then we're going to transition from that into different types of data. We're going to talk about the advantages of digital data. We're going to talk about the key features of Industry 4.0, how OnPassive personalizes our user experience. Then we're going to jump into Industry 4.0 with the pillars of that. Then we're going to talk about the requirements for success in business. Then we're going to talk about the pillars for successful business. And I want to thank you, Rupa and Masudur, for the translations tonight. I'm going to try to stop about every 10 minutes so that you'll have time to do the translation. Thank you so very, very much. And I'm going to jump right into it if that's okay. The fourth industrial revolution, that's what we're in right now. And that encompasses a digital transformation of the way that we produce products. So specifically what we're saying is that because of Industry 3.0, which was the introduction of computers back in the 1950s, that brought us from an analog data into a digital data era, right? Now, before the computers, we used analog data, which is data that's represented in a physical way. It's a continuous movement, so to speak, can take on an infinite range of values. By contrast, digital data is represented in a distinct way and that can take on a finite or limited number of values. Digital data, as we use it with information systems, like on passive uses, is information represented on a string of singles like we would use in letters or digits, right? An example is a text document. Got alphanumeric characters, right? In a more simplistic way, we can think of data in how we measure time. So an easy way to think of this is if any of us are wearing a digital watch and you see the time going seconds, 1, 2, 3 in numerical order, that's digital data. If we have the older kind of a watch that has a sweeping second hand, that continuous motion of that second hand is considered analog data. Now, there's a reason why I'm saying this, and that's simply because digital data offers us a lot of advantages when it comes to what we're trying to do and as we have moved into the digital age. The first thing that digital data does is help us with storage. Okay, digital data takes up a lot less space. For example, in MP3s, CDs, MP4s, those sorts of things. These files, they can get really, really big. They can stay relatively small because of the compact nature of digital data. It also helps us in the transmission of data. It transmits a lot faster in networks like the internet, right? The accuracy. Digital systems are extremely accurate. They're a lot more accurate than analog. The security is much, much better. There's a lot less noise resistance within the transfer itself. Digital signals are more resistant to interference. In other words, there's also what we call propagation, which is digital signatures, that move across networks and such more efficiently than the other signals will, because the impulses are very well defined and very orderly. They're easily acclimated to electronic circuits and such, backed up, encrypted, copied, that sort of things. And we also take into account that digital data is well made for circuitry and for components. And those components are cheap, they're easy to make, and you can put a whole lot of them on a single chip. So going into digital data, that's how we've improved our capabilities with smart systems that is fueled by data and machine learning. So today, manufacturing is increasingly powered by that data. That's why I wanted to give you the background. Why are we in digital as opposed to why we were coming out of analog, right? And this data, this information that we use comes in vast amounts. We can hardly even keep up with it, much less understand it from every point on the globe. AI is in the heart of that, right? And it allows manufacturers to analyze and predict and to understand and report on all of this data, massive, massive amounts. Now, understandably, Industry 4.0 is defined, right? The fourth industrial revolution that we're in right now is actually defined by the seamless integration of a number of systems, tools, and innovations. This means it's actually characterized by combining physical, digital, and biological systems or sectors. And this represents a very profound change in the way that we live, the way that we work, and how we interact with all these technologies. It's driven by the advancements of artificial intelligence, robotics, blockchain, the Internet of Things, quantum computing, and a lot of other quite disruptive technologies. It enables levels of automation and efficiency and innovation across multiple industries at a level that we've never had before, from manufacturing and healthcare to energy and transportation. Now, within Industry 4.0, there are, I think, 4 key features, right, that you'll find, and they are a pillar of sorts, but I'm going to talk more about the pillars in a little bit. You've got the interconnectivity. In particular, AI enables seamless communication between devices, systems, and humans by helping us to interpret and understand that data across different platforms and through different interfaces. AI-powered natural language processing, NLP, which OnPassive uses, and they have it within their machine learning, and we use it with machine learning algorithms that enable devices to learn from each other and adapt to new conditions and new connections. Additionally, AI-driven integrations and APIs, which are application programming interfaces, they bridge the gap between singular systems, disparate systems, and they enable the free flow of data, and they also arrange rather harmonious, if I could use that word, copacetic kind of, harmonious systems. The fusion of AI and communication actually helps us, enables us with efficient, intuitive, and scalable exchange of information, right? And this fosters a very connected ecosystem. Now, the interconnectivity that we're using uses this NLP. That NLP, the natural language processing, like machine vision and those things, they are a branch of artificial intelligence that allows computers to understand, generate, and manipulate human language. It does this through machine learning algorithms, which we've got in our AI. Machine learning is it's another subcategory of AI. And in doing that, it helps us to build knowledge and to improve communications between human and computers. And that's where we're going from when right now we're in Industry 4.0. The harmonious interaction between humans and computers are what's taking us into Industry 5.0, which I'm not going to talk about tonight. Now, the other thing, another key feature is autonomy. Artificial intelligence empowers machines to autonomously, right, by themselves, learn, decide, and adapt through these self-learning algorithms that have been written, the code, enabling them to improve their performance and independence over time. We've heard Mr. Mufara talk about these things, how they get smarter, they amass data, and they go through it, and they learn in this way, right? Now, drilling down a bit, we can say that the AI-driven reinforcement learning and deep learning techniques allow machines to explore. They actually can experiment, and they can optimize their own actions without explicit programming or without explicit human intervention. And this is key and it's huge, right? This autonomy, which we've all talked about, and we talk about a lot with our AI automation, it helps machines respond effectively to changing environments. And there's a lot of digitally changing environments. They can make decisions in very complex situations, and they can optimize processes without having human oversight. They unlock new possibilities for efficiency, innovation, and growth in that way, kind of on their own. Now, another key feature we've heard a lot about is real-time data analytics. Now, insights, right, driving informed decisions and optimized processes, that's what this is about. It does this by analyzing all this data, right, vast amounts of it. It identifies patterns. It uncovers hidden relationships. We've talked about these things too a little bit, Mr. Mufara has. AI algorithms can detect inefficiencies. They can predict potential bottlenecks for information in and process movement, and they can suggest improvements that's going to help us to enhance overall process performance. Now, additionally, AI-driven predictive analysis enables organizations to make data-driven decisions, forecast outcomes, and lessen or alleviate risks. By leveraging AI's advanced analytical capabilities, we can gain a competitive edge, optimize operations, and drive informed strategic decision making for the business. And this is everything that OnPassive is doing in the background that we're not seeing. Now, there's also another one called customization, which is OnPassive's, as far as I'm concerned, that's what they do the best. You know, when they put it all together, and a lot of this customization, mass personalization, if you will, is also what's driving us into Industry 5.0, which is more getting the human heart at the center of all this productivity, right? Now, customization includes mass personalization and adaptive production through quite a variety of methods. Auto personalization, right? Through this, AI can analyze like visitor data to group them into segments and serve content to the right audience. When we talk about OnPassive, this fits into the targeted, focused traffic that we're going to be getting out of our website. Customer data, AI can use customer data like browsing and purchase history, social media interactions, demographics. They can learn about customers' needs and preferences, and all these are used by OnPassive to personalize services. They can also do product recommendations. AI can use customer data, session-based information, shopping history, third-party data, all to create product and personal recommendations to those customers. OnPassive correlates this consumer history and this behavior to anticipate the needs for products or services with their AI. So, I mean, life is pretty good for us, right? We've also got what's called language and tone. OnPassive does this very well. We can see this. Businesses can communicate through AI in this way because they feel a personal connection to their audience. And this can be seen in our AI chatbot, all right? Emotional intelligence, and it learns on the go, so to speak, so that it's eventually even going to understand the user's intent, which is phenomenal. I mean, these are a lot of times first in technologies. A machine understanding human intent to me is just mind-blowing. Same thing with virtual shopping assistants. AI can help customers shop online. They can offer product recommendations, assist with sizing, styles, choices, you know, customer support, the whole 9 yards. Virtual assistants share some of the same characteristics as our chat bots, and they can learn the user's preference and anticipate their needs. And personalized learning, which we're going to see, especially probably in Academy, AI can provide students with personalized learning routes that are tailored through their own objectives, interests, and past knowledge. And OnPassive's AI can adapt to a student's learning process and tailor lessons specifically to their needs. And AI can also analyze the learning platforms, and they can preference that and create custom learning paths. Now, I'd like to stop here for a minute and allow translation if possible.
Wow, wow, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Jeffrey Morlock. Thank you so much. As Jeffrey mentioned, actually he mentioned that is the industrial revolution and how the transformation has been done from the analog to digital and some advantages of digital technologies. And he has pointed out so many features of digital technologies, especially the key features. Definitely we'll listen more on the topic. By this time I request we have with us Rupa Roy. Please translate into Bengali for our local community. Then I request Raj Damodar to translate into Hindi too. So Rupa Roy, please.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day, everyone. Especially Jeffrey Morlock, sir. Thank you a lot for your kind information. জেফরি মনোক স্যারকে যে প্রশ্নটা বলা হয়েছিল, আমরা পিলার্স বা বিজনেস পিলার্স সম্পর্কে কি বুঝি, সেক্ষেত্রে স্যার বলেছেন যে ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল রেভলিউশনের কথা। তো সেখানে আমরা স্যার অলরেডি মেনশন করেছেন যে ফোর্থ ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল রেভলিউশনের যে পার্টটা, সেখানে আমরা জেনেছি যে অলরেডি আমরা ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল 3.0 রেভলিউশনে কি ছিল। তখন আমরা যেটা দেখেছি যে তখন ছিল অ্যানালগ ডাটা, যা কিছু করা হতো সেখানে ফিজিক্যালি করা হতো, ফিজিক্যাল মুভমেন্টের মাধ্যমে ছিল। তো এই 3.0 এবং 4 এর মধ্যে যে ডিফারেন্সটা দেখিয়েছেন, যে কন্ট্রাস্ট করেছেন, ডিজিটাল ডেটাতে আমরা কনভার্ট হয়েছি এবং অন প্যাসিভ এই ডিজিটাল ইনফরমেশন গুলো আমাদের সাথে শেয়ার করেছেন এবং অন প্যাসিভ আমাদেরকে এই ডিজিটাল রেভলিউশনে পার্ট করে তুলেছেন। ইন্টারেস্টিংলি আমরা যেটা দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে যা কিছু এখন ঘটছে সবকিছুই এই ডিজিটাল পার্টের মধ্যেই ঘটছে। আমরা টাইম কাউন্টিং করতে পারছি, ইচ এন্ড এভরি সেকেন্ড আমাদের কাউন্টিং টাইমটা সেটাও আমাদের ডিজিটালাইজ করা হয়েছে। সেখানে আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে কিভাবে আমাদের ডেটা গুলো সংরক্ষণ করা হচ্ছে এবং কিভাবে ডিজিটালি এই ডেটা সবার মাধ্যমে ছড়িয়ে যাচ্ছে। স্যার MP3 MP4 এর কথা বলেছেন, সেখানে একটা সময় দেখা যেত যে MP3 এর মাধ্যমে কিভাবে একটা রেকর্ড সংরক্ষণ করা হতো। বর্তমানে এই ডিজিটাল যুগে আরো বেশি এটার পরিবর্তন এসেছে। ডিজিটাল সিস্টেমের মাধ্যমে আমরা অ্যাকুরেট ডেটা সংরক্ষণ করতে পারি। আমরা ঘরে বসে থেকেও সবকিছু সারা দুনিয়ার সব জায়গায় আমরা সেই ডেটাটা পেয়ে থাকি এবং এই ডেটা ট্রান্সফারের সিস্টেমটাও আমরা জেনে গেছি অলরেডি। তো এই ডেটা সিকিউরিটির ব্যাপার যেটা আমাদের অন প্যাসিভ করছে এবং ডেটা ট্রান্সফারের ব্যাপারটাও বলেছেন। তো আমরা এই সিগন্যাল গুলো বা এই ধরনের সুবিধাগুলো এই ডিজিটাল সার্কিটের মাধ্যমে যে সুবিধাগুলো আমরা পাচ্ছি সেটা শুধুমাত্র আমাদের অন প্যাসিভ দিচ্ছে। একটা সিঙ্গেল চিপ, ছোট্ট একটা চিপের মাধ্যমে সমগ্র ইনফরমেশন গ্যাদার করে সেটা আমাদের ডেটা সংরক্ষণ করা হচ্ছে। এই স্মার্ট সিস্টেমটাই হচ্ছে আমাদের এই অন প্যাসিভ জার্নির মূল মন্ত্র বা অন প্যাসিভ জার্নির মূল সিস্টেম যেটাকে আমরা বলতে পারি। তো স্যার আমি পরবর্তীতে আরেকটু চাচ্ছি যে আমরা ডিজিটাল বলতে কি বুঝি, ডিজিটাল ডেটা বলতে কি বুঝি, যে এই মেসিভ পরিবর্তন, এই যে রেভলিউশন বা ইনোভেশন হচ্ছে এর সাথে আমরা একত্রিত হচ্ছি ডিজিটালি এবং ফিজিক্যালি এবং বায়োলজিক্যালিও আমরা একত্রিত হচ্ছি। আমরা শুধুমাত্র এখন মুখে বলছি না, আমরা এটার সাথে ইনভলভ হয়ে গেছি। এই আর্টিফিশিয়াল ইন্টেলিজেন্সের মাধ্যমে বা আর্টিফিশিয়াল ইন্টেলিজেন্সের মাধ্যমে আমরা বিভিন্ন কথা বা স্পিচ কে ট্রান্সফার করছি। রোবোটিক্স এর মাধ্যমে আমরা বিভিন্ন কার্যক্রম বা সায়েন্টিফিক কার্যক্রমগুলো পরিচালনা করছি। ব্লক চেইনের কথা বলেছেন এবং সবকিছুর সাথে হেলথ কেয়ারেরও ব্যাপার আছে। তো এগুলো সবকিছু ডিজিটালাইজ করা হয়েছে। ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল 4.0 তে 4টি কি ফিচার্স এর উল্লেখ করেছেন স্যার। তার মধ্যে হচ্ছে যে ইনার কানেক্টিভিটি, একটির সাথে আরেকটির সংযোগ। এআই এর সাথে আমাদের যে সংযোগটা, মানুষের যে সংযোগটা কিভাবে হয়েছে, ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ প্রসেসের মাধ্যমে আমরা ভাষার মেশিনকে আমরা ভাষায় রূপান্তরিত করতে পেরেছি অ্যালগোরিদমের সাথে অ্যাডজাস্ট করে। এই অ্যাপ্লিকেশনটা আমাদের সম্ভব হয়েছে এবং তার পরিবর্তিতে আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে এই রোবটস কিভাবে কথা বলছে এবং প্রত্যেকটা একটা সিঙ্গেল সিস্টেমের মাধ্যমে, একটা সিঙ্গেল সিস্টেমের মাধ্যমে মানুষ এবং রোবটের মধ্যে একটা সংযোগ স্থাপন করা হয়েছে। এআই এর ফিউশন বলতে পারি আমরা এটাকে। কানেক্টিভিটি, আমরা এই কানেক্টিভিটিটা আমরা আমাদের দেখে থাকি যে আমাদের ইকোসিস্টেম যদি আমরা লগ ইন করি সেখানেও আমরা এই সিস্টেমটা দেখতে পাবো। অলরেডি আমরা ও কানেক্ট যখন অন করছি, ও কানেক্টে কাউকে গ্রিটিংস জানানো হচ্ছে, সেখানেও মেশিন লার্নিং বা এআই এর ইনফ্লুয়েন্স আছে। সেখানেও ওয়েলকামটা মেশিনের মাধ্যমেই জানানো হচ্ছে। এই ন্যাচারাল ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ প্রসেসটা আমাদেরকে অন প্যাসিভ দিয়েছে এবং জেনারেট করছে মেশিন লার্নিং প্রসেসের মাধ্যমে আমরা সারা পৃথিবীর সাথে কানেক্ট করতে পারছি এবং খুব সহজভাবেই একে অন্যের সাথে আমরা যোগাযোগটা স্থাপন করেছি। এই অটোমেটিক সিস্টেমের মাধ্যমে ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্স আমরা অটোমেটিক সিস্টেমের মাধ্যমে আমরা টাইমের জন্য ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্স হতে পারছি। খুব সহজভাবে একটি ক্লিকের মাধ্যমে আমরা একে অন্যের সাথে যোগাযোগ স্থাপন করতে পারছি। ডেটা সংরক্ষণ করা হচ্ছে, এক্সপেরিমেন্ট করা হচ্ছে এবং ডেটা অপটিমাইজের ব্যাপারটা সেটাও কিন্তু এই অনপ্যাসিভের এই সিস্টেমের মাধ্যমে আমরা সবার সাথে মানে সবার সাথে শেয়ার করতে পারছি। সিস্টেমেটিক্যালি আমরা যে নিজেদের গ্রোথ মানে আমাদের বিজনেস বা আমাদের সব কানেকশনের গ্রোথ, সেটাও আমাদের এই 4 ফিচার্স এর একটি পার্ট হয়ে দাঁড়িয়েছে এবং এটা অনপ্যাসিভের সাথে একত্রিত হয়ে সম্ভব হচ্ছে। এখানে আরেকটি পয়েন্ট বলেছেন স্যার যে রিয়েল টাইম ডেটা বলতে আমরা যেটা বুঝছি যে আমাদের এই ডেটা গুলো যে অপটিমাইজ করার প্রসেস গুলো আমরা কিভাবে টাইম সেভিং করছি এবং ডিটেক্ট করছি, সবকিছু ডিটেক্ট করা, যেটা আমাদের ও ট্রাফিকের মাধ্যমে যে আমরা ডিটেক্ট করতে পারছি। ওভারঅল পারফরমেন্সটা সবকিছু আমাদের এই বিজনেসের সাথে রিলেটেড, যেটা এই ডিসিশন মেকিং এর ব্যাপারগুলো যেটা আমাদের অনপ্যাসিভ প্রোভাইড করছে। তো এই লটস অফ প্রসেসের মাধ্যমে আমরা আরেকটা জিনিস পেয়েছি, সেটা হচ্ছে কস্ট প্রসেস, বা টাকা বা মানি জেনারেট করা এবং মানি মিনিমাইজ করা, সবকিছুর মধ্যে যে মেথডটা বা প্রসেসটা রয়েছে ডিজিটাল ডেটার মধ্যে যেটা রয়েছে। আমরা এই গ্রুপ কনভারসেশনে এখন যেটা আমরা পাচ্ছি, যে অডিয়েন্সের সাথে কিভাবে কানেক্ট করা, কিভাবে ট্রাফিক জেনারেট করা বা ট্রাফিক রিচ করা, সেটাও আমাদের এই অটোমেশনের পার্ট। এবং অনপ্যাসিভ আমাদেরকে এই সার্ভিস গুলো দিয়ে যাচ্ছেন, এবং প্রত্যেকটা অনপ্যাসিভের প্রতিটি প্রোডাক্ট থেকে আমরা যে সুবিধাগুলো পাচ্ছি, যে এই অটোমেশন কানেক্ট গুলো। পরবর্তীতে স্যার বলেছেন যে বিজনেস বিল্ড আপ করতে হলে যেটা সবচেয়ে প্রয়োজন হচ্ছে ভাষা বা ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজের কানেক্টিভিটি। ও কানেক্টের মাধ্যমে আমরা পৃথিবীর সমগ্র মানে ভাষাভাষী মানুষের সাথে একটা কানেকশন বিল্ড আপ করতে পারবো, কারণ আমরা অটোমেটিক জানি যে অনপ্যাসিভের এই ফেনোমেনাল প্রোডাক্ট যেটা মাইন্ড ব্লোয়িং প্রোডাক্ট, যেটা যার মাধ্যমে বিভিন্ন ভাষার সমন্বয় রয়েছে, প্রত্যেকে তার নিজের ভাষা অনুযায়ী ও কানেক্টের মিটিং এ শুনতে পারবে। এই ভার্চুয়াল সিস্টেমটা এবং ভার্চুয়াল কেয়ারটা শুধুমাত্র আমাদেরকে অনপ্যাসিভ দিয়ে যাচ্ছে, এবং এই লার্নিং প্রসেসটাকে, এবং আমাদের লার্নিং প্রসেসের আরেকটি পার্ট হচ্ছে একাডেমির মাধ্যমে আমরা প্রত্যেকে নিজেদের মতো ডেভেলপ করতে পারবো, নিজেদের মতো লার্নিং করে নিতে পারবো। তো এই অনপ্যাসিভ আমাদেরকে সেই সুযোগটা বয়ে আনছে। ধন্যবাদ স্যার, ওভার টু হোস্ট।
Thank you, Rupa Roy. Thank you so much.
धन्यवाद रूपा।
Thank you.
धन्यवाद रूपा।
Thank you, Rupa, for your nice translation for our local community. হোপ আমাদের যারা বাংলায় শুনছেন তারা আপনারা বুঝতে পেরেছেন অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমাদের স্যার জেফরি মরলক উনি ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল রেভলিউশন বা সেখান থেকে যে পর্যায়ক্রমে যে আপডেটগুলো হয়েছে সে সম্পর্কে কিন্তু একটা ব্রিফ ডিসক্রিপশন উনি করেছেন। নাও আই রিকোয়েস্ট রাজ দামোদর, প্লিজ ট্রান্সলেট ইন্টু হিন্দি বাট অ্যাজ শর্ট অ্যাজ পসিবল।
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. for inviting me. Why this is echo? So sound repeat हो रही है. Okay. Now thank you so
We
much.
are hearing clearly. We are hearing clearly. There is no repetition at our end. So please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Raj Damodar. Very good morning, each and every one. What outstanding presentation we have seen by Masterman, Mr. Jeffrey Morlock, sir. First of all, I can see here. Genius Aliva sister, hello sister. You are wow, great to see all international national dignitary and Bengali community. What on passive global compassionate family. I love you all, guys. Wow. क्या शानदार जवाब प्रदर्शन किया जी उन्होंने। इंडस्ट्री देखिए, पूरी इंडस्ट्री 4.0 की जो उन्होंने रूपरेखा रखा है, मैं उसकी बात करना चाहता हूँ। देखिए इंडस्ट्री 4.0 शॉर्ट 10 5 मिनट के अंदर मैं पूरी बातें को रखना चाहता हूँ। अब जब इंडस्ट्री की बात करते हैं ना, देखिए सिर्फ स्टीम इंजन फर्स्ट आया, इंडस्ट्री 1.0, जस्ट मैं उस पॉइंट को ऐड कर दे रहा हूँ। इंडस्ट्री 2.0 की जब बात करते हैं, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी में शिफ्ट किया। इंडस्ट्री 3.0 जब पूरा कंप्यूटर सिस्टम आया, एनालॉग से आप डिजिटल एरा में आ गए, मेन फ्रेम कंप्यूटर, माइक्रो कंप्यूटर की बात करें, सुपर कंप्यूटर की बात करें, सर ने जो शानदार बातें की कि इंडस्ट्री 4.0 जो है ना, आज का जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री है, जो न्यू एरा ऑफ इंटरनेट की बात करते हैं, उसकी डिस्ट्रप्टिव टेक्नोलॉजी का जो समावेश किया गया है ना, उन्हें जो पिलर की बात की है, 9 पिलर का मैं बात करना चाहता हूँ। बिग डाटा एनालिटिक्स की बात की है, ब्लॉकचेन, इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स, रोबोटिक्स, ऑटोमेशन एंड इसमें साइबर सिक्योरिटी, और सबसे बड़ी चीज क्या है, 3D प्रिंटिंग, एक बहुत गेम चेंजर होने वाला, वो अपना क्लाउड स्टोरेज, अब बहुत सारा जो है ना अनपासिव ने उस समावेश कर लिया अपने बिजनेस के अंदर, इसलिए इतना बड़ा एम्पायर बना लिया है। उन्हें स्पष्ट बताया डाटा जो होता है अल्फा न्यूमेरिक जो भी आपका है, एक एसेट, एक गोल्ड है, ठीक है। और डाटा को स्टोरेज करना, उसको ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ डाटा करना, प्रोसेसिंग करना, डाटा माइनिंग करना, एक्यूरेसी देना, सिक्योरिटी प्रोवाइड करना, क्योंकि आज डिजिटल सिग्नेचर का इस्तेमाल किया, दैट्स टॉप क्लास। ये डाटा अपने आप में ट्रांसमिशन है, क्योंकि जिसके पास जितना डाटा है वो इंटरनेट के एरा में वो क्या कर रहा है, अंपायर कर रहा है जी। आज फेसबुक या गूगल की बात करते हैं, उनके पास डाटा है लगभग 5.65 अरब के डाटा जो इंटरनेट यूजर है, इसलिए दे आर गोइंग टू रूल ओवर द इंटरनेट। सर ने एक शानदार बात की कि हमारे पास क्रिप्टोग्राफी, देखिए ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी में एक गेम चेंजर होता है। और स्मार्ट सिटी की बात करते हैं, स्मार्ट सिटी की बात करते हैं, इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स के द्वारा स्मार्ट होम जो अप्लायंसेज होता है, या स्मार्ट आने वाले वक्त में जो स्मार्ट हॉस्पिटल होगा, जो पूरा डिजिटल एरिया चेंज होने वाला है, हर चीज स्मार्ट होने वाला है। और ये बहुत बड़ी गेम चेंजर है। इंडस्ट्री पॉइंट 4 की सबसे बड़ी जान क्या है? आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, मशीन लर्निंग, डीप लर्निंग। जो आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का जो सबसेट मशीन लर्निंग है, मशीन लर्निंग का सबसेट डीप लर्निंग है। एक गजब गेम चेंजर होने वाला है, क्योंकि इनोवेशन लाना, सस्टेनेबिलिटी लाना और स्केलेबिलिटी लाना पूरा प्रोडक्ट में, एक एफिशिएंसी, प्रोडक्टिविटी एक टॉप क्लास का आता है। देखिए, और हमें क्या चाहिए? ट्रैफिक चाहिए नॉन पैसिव में। ट्रैफिक के लिए ऑटोमेशन, ठीक है, जब बिजनेस ऑटोमेशन में जाता है और डाटा एनालिटिक्स काम करता है, इसलिए कंपनी का जो बिग डाटा जो प्रोजेक्ट है ना, ब्लू ओशनिंग स्ट्रेटजी के तहत ये गेम चेंजर होने वाला है। एक टॉप क्लास का मैसिव डाटा आने वाला है। और सर ने बहुत शानदार बात किया कंप्यूटर विजन के बारे में। और कंप्यूटर जो नेचुरल लैंग्वेज प्रोसेसिंग होता है, एक गेम चेंजर होता है आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस को काम करने के लिए। गेट अ पॉइंट, ऑन पास, ये पूरा फ्लो, फ्लॉलेस, डायनामिक, माइंड ब्लोइंग, पूरा इंडस्ट्री 4.0 को फंक्शन करने के लिए, इंपावर करने के लिए, पूरा मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री को। माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, दीज आर द ग्रेट एसेट। और सबसे बड़ी चीज क्या है? ह्यूमैनिटी, एआई विद जेनरस हार्ट। ओके, माने ऑटोनोमी, पूरा बिजनेस को ऑटोनोमस करने के लिए, एक लर्निंग पैदा करने के लिए, एक ऑप्टिमाइजेशन करने के लिए, कस्टमाइजेशन करने के लिए, माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, ये गेम चेंजर है। तो मेरा स्पष्ट मानना है। उन्हें एक चीज और बताया कि ऑन पास में जो है ना, कि जो साइबर सिक्योरिटी, ये साइबर सिक्योरिटी बहुत बड़ी इश्यू है, लेकिन हमने पूरा हैंडल किया है। क्यों? टॉप क्लास का इंटरनेट प्रोटोकॉल वर्जन के माध्यम से, ठीक है, अपने टॉप क्लास का IPv6 जो है इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं। माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, तो मेरा स्पष्ट मानना है कि स्मार्ट एरा है इंटरनेट का, इंडस्ट्री 4.0 का हर पिलर, ब्लॉकचेन, AI, IoT, साइबर सिक्योरिटी, बिग डाटा एनालिटिक्स, ठीक है, और सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट 3D प्रिंटिंग। और ये पूरी नॉलेज जो एरा है IT का, उसको गेम चेंजर करने के लिए, एक पूरा मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री को प्रमोट करने के लिए बहुत बड़ी चीज है। अब इंडस्ट्री 4.0 से इंडस्ट्री 5.0, इसमें क्या है? देखिए, इसमें जो सर ने हिंट्स किया कि इन्वायरमेंट को भी सस्टेन करना है, सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट की जो बात करते हैं, कि क्लाइमेट चेंज का जो इशू है उसको एड्रेस करते हुए इंडस्ट्री 5.0 में ह्यूमैनिटी और एक मशीन के कोलैबोरेशन के माध्यम से, ठीक है ना, एक बहुत बड़ा डिजाइनिंग ऑफ इंडस्ट्री, रीडिफाइनिंग द इंडस्ट्री विद अ टॉप क्लास व्हाट वी हैव टॉप क्लास tools, defining tools, which is going to be giving abundance and cloud storage। एक बहुत बड़ी एक टॉप क्लास गेम चेंजर होता है, ठीक है, डिजिटल एसेट होता है, और ऑन पैसिव के पास अमेजन वेब सर्वर से हम अपना क्लाउड स्टोरेज में आ गए हैं। ये कंप्लीट सिनेरियो क्या है कि इंडस्ट्री 4.0 आज की इंडस्ट्री को रिडिफाइन करने के लिए, पूरे न्यू एरा ऑफ इंडस्ट्री को, इंटरनेट को रिसेव करने के लिए, ठीक है, रेडी है। थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू सो मच सर। ग्रेट, रियली आउटस्टैंडिंग प्रेजेंटेशन।
Okay, thank you, Raj Damodar.
Thank you, Damodar Prasad. Thank you, Damodar.
So it's a electronic greetings, AI greetings for Damodar and all other speakers and presenters too. Now, my dear friends, দেবাশিস সেন্ট্রালি একটু মাইক্রোফোনটাকে মিউট করে রাখবেন। আপনারা যারা স্পিকার লিঙ্কে আছেন, প্লিজ আপনাদের
প্লিজ প্লিজ দাদা ওপেন করুন, মাইক্রোফোনটা অফ করে দিয়েছি সেন্টার থেকে।
Okay, now I would again request my Jeffrey Morlock, please go with your second part.
Okay. Thank you. Everybody hear me okay? Wonderful. Okay. We're going to get into technology pillars of 4.0. Then I'm going to let translation happen. And then we're going to get into the business success pillars and some other things so that we have a real good understanding of what's going on overall, the big picture. Industry 4.0 is actually built on technology pillars. And the main four are IoT, which is Internet of Things, AI, big data and analytics, and of course, cloud computing. And every one of us should know pretty much what these are, and that OnPassive is knee deep in every one of them. And these and other innovations actually bridge, if you will, the physical and digital worlds, and they make it able to have smart autonomous systems possible. And the full potential of these things actually come together when you combine them or you use them in combination and mix them up. Now, the Internet of Things. The Internet of Things refers to the connection between devices and machines that allow for real-time data collection. In manufacturing, this means that equipment is connected to the internet and then it can communicate with each other. Each of the devices on the internet can talk to each other through the internet, making the production process smarter and more efficient. Now, with IoT, machines can actually monitor themselves. They can identify problems before they actually occur, and they can communicate with other machines to optimize production, which is pretty cool stuff. You know, I mean, this means that manufacturing becomes a lot more efficient. You have reduction in downtime, improvement in quality. Life is good for the product, right? Now, the second one is artificial intelligence. AI is able to analyze, as we've said, very large, vast amounts of data, and this data that it's analyzing all comes in and through IoT. So you've got the IoT devices all connected, and the AI running through them collects all that data, and it makes decisions based on that data. In manufacturing, this means that AI can identify patterns and trends in the data and adjust any production accordingly. Now, it can also be used to improve or enhance our ability for preventative maintenance. It can alert operators to problems before they occur and can possibly identify root causes of problems previous to any bad things happening, or to actually prevent downtime and bad things from happening. The next one is big data. Data analytics is what we call it, or what we know it best by. IoT and AI, through collecting vast amounts of data, right, find that it's necessary to store, process, and analyze this data. We do this with big data and data analytics. Therefore, when we start talking about big data, data analytics, and that sort of stuff, that's the tool that we're using to predict market demand, optimize production, manage inventories, identify opportunities for improvement in the processes like that. Big data can also, okay, good. Thank you. I appreciate that, somebody. Can also be used to track products quality and identify issues before they come to be big issues or they get in the way. And the power of data analytics and pattern recognition is used in manufacturing because it's very good at being able to anticipate or predict rather, and that way it can save us on downtime, save on waste, that sort of thing. The predictive maintenance that can be carried out is also collected on, or based on all the data collected. I get it right sooner or later. And this is cost efficient and a lot safer than conventional routine maintenance. The next one is cloud computing. We've got cloud computing. We've all heard about that. We know we're excited about it simply because of the OnPassive network, which, by the way, is intercontinental now. Cloud computing allows data collected by IoT to be stored and processed on remote servers rather than on local PCs. Typically, this means there's a lot more memory capacity. There's a lot more hard drive space. There's better cooling, namely because these big industrial servers, they were built not to be shut down, okay, never to be powered off. So this makes it 24/7, 365 days a year. And this makes access to data a lot easier and faster, allowing production teams to make real-time data-based decisions. Now, additionally, cloud computing makes data management a lot more efficient, allowing production teams to work collaboratively and to make more informed decisions through the data and the accuracy of the data and the uptime of being able to get that data. Now, today's cloud technology provides foundations for most of the other advanced technologies, everything from AI, machine learning to IoT integration, and it gives businesses a bigger, larger area, a field, if you will, or a means, if you will, to motivate and to innovate. And there are a lot of cloud services. We know the best one as SaaS, software as a service, because we are actively in that. We promote that. That is our system. That's the business system on the in the OES. But there's also platform as a service. There's information as a service, and pretty shortly there's going to be blockchain as a service. But these are all coming out of data centers, and at some point, I would imagine we're going to get active in pretty much all of them. Blockchain as a service is still, that's a question mark. Even in Ash isn't too sure about that one. Now, there's also something we've heard of. We've heard of the IoT, the Internet of Things, but with Industry 4.0, there's also an industrial Internet of Things. Right now, an ecosystem that's got all the sensors and actuators and all that, and it can function separately and communicate with each other. It's called an IoT. An industrial IoT is the same thing. It's just beefed up. It's more rugged so that it can withstand all the harshness of a environment or a processing environment system in industry. We've also got what's called simulation. Simulation is interesting. It's used to design components that are manufactured, and it can be used even to simulate entire factories, right? Entire factory environments that use real-time data, and then they analyze the productivity in various scenarios before making changes in a real factory. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of like virtual reality. You kick out the bugs, then you go put it in practice, and voila, life is good. Simulation is also called digital twin. So if you ever hear say, oh, it's a digital twin, they're talking about a virtual copy of a real facility or something like that. We also have what's called systems integration. Systems integration gives us what we also call cyber physical systems, which integrate sensing and calculation, control, and networking into physical objects. That's the IoT stuff in the infrastructure. Right? This allows connecting them to the internet and to each other. Now, this means that every device, like IoT, right? Every device in the system at the same level of manufacturing or in the same facility or other facilities is all connected to each other. So jobs can be planned and adjusted by the machines that are doing the work. It's really intricate. And it's really kind of cool. Now, I said all that to say there are two actual forms of integration that are pillars in Industrial 4.0. The first one is horizontal, right? It's up side to side. And this type of integration, horizontal integration, is when you have a facility and you acquire another facility in the same business line. So now you've got this facility connected to this facility. It's kind of like a chain, and that's how you work it. Vertical integration is the expansion strategy of a company that takes control over one or more stages in the production or distribution of products. So that's the production process inside a single facility. So those are the two integrations. The programmed robots that they all use in that's the next pillar is autonomous robots. We've heard about autonomy. Autonomous robots they're getting really, really commonplace in a word. These robots are performing tasks with very, very minimal and some without any human intervention. Autonomous robots can vary greatly in size and function, from inventory scanning to autonomous mobile robots. You've seen Amazon use them. They pick up boxes, move them down their room, place them. They pack stuff, transfer raw materials. They're equipped with very cutting edge software. They've got AI running through them. They have sensors, machine vision, all sorts of stuff, right? Autonomous robots can transfer materials, half finished, completed goods a lot easier, faster, and smarter than we do. They operate based on logic algorithms, and they don't require preset paths to carry out their duties. So they're becoming a lot more commonplace in factories. Cybersecurity, we all know about cybersecurity. That became mainstream shortly after the dawn of the information age, right? Information technology came out, so we started having these bad actors jump up and say, "Oh, how can we figure out and how can we, abuse the system?" No small wonder that we've got cybersecurity, right? Because having servers and data hacks is like a nightmare for anybody with an IT or information systems. And preventing those types of catastrophes, safeguarding the data and performance of the server is the sole responsibility of cybersecurity. We also have something called augmented reality. It's part of a series of realities: virtual reality, augmented reality, and there's a third one in there somewhere. Augmented reality typically will overlay digital content onto a real environment. So you've got a face monitor or glasses. You're looking at perhaps maybe an engine or I don't know, something, and you've got the hardware in front of you, but digitally, what you see are components and explanations and all sorts of information that you can access about what you're looking at. So it's really pretty cool. Augmented reality based systems they are invading all the advanced technology and information technology companies that we have. They're just, it's going gangbusters. A few years ago, they were only seen in some of the high-end flight simulators and things like that. But today, with the remote repair instructions, you can literally access and get information across one point to another anywhere on Earth, especially when you start thinking about the possibilities in surgery and healthcare and a lot of the more technical industries. These things are really, really coming out of their own. Another one that Mr. Mufaris talked about and loves, another pillar of 4.0, is what's called additive manufacturing, better known as 3D printing, right? Now, additive manufacturing is not new. The concept's been around since about 1940, but the first manufacturing patent for this was actually filed in 1980. And this is a process of creating an object by building it one layer at a time, which is why we call it printing, because it literally is what we know as printing. Companies are already using these techniques to make prototypes and proof of concepts. Now, check this out, because you can look this up. There are some students in Belgium that got a 3-story printer, and they actually started to print, and they finished printing. It's on display, a 2-story house. It printed it. It was crazy to watch it. You just got to go, wow, Now, in contrast to additive manufacturing, just to give you an idea, something to base it on, we normally know what we call subtractive manufacturing. That's a process where you take a hunk of material from, a block of material, and you create a part from it, and you have to throw away the excess. So additive manufacturing is a lot more efficient. It's a lot better. You can do prototypes. There's a lot less waste, and you can figure it out before you actually have to try to make the product. Now, while the fourth industrial revolution holds a lot of potential for economic growth, sustainability, and obviously an improved quality of life for all of us, we need to understand and point out that there are some concerns, that people have about job displacements, some ethics, privacy, inequalities. And as we move through this revolution into the next, it's going to be crucial for us to prioritize responsible innovation. And that is something that we know on Passive is all about. And they are talking about upskilling and making sure that all the policies include everybody so that all the benefits can also be shared by all. I'm going to give another opportunity for translation, and then we're going to get into the meat of successful business and the pillars of that.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Zeki. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Jeffrey.
This time, or the second part, Jeffrey Morlock mainly mentioned the different pillars. Those are being used in fourth revolution in industry, and he has clearly mentioned about IoT, AI, cloud computing, and cyber security, 3D printing, augmented reality, so many things. So I request Rupa, please translate into Bengali for our local community. As short, only the summary you will translate.
Okay, sir. Thank you once again. Thank you, Jeffrey Morlock, sir. Once again, you. Sir, 4.0 এর যে মানে vast একটা এক্সপ্লানেশন দিয়েছেন, তা থেকে আমি কিছু কিছু বিষয় তুলে ধরছি। ইনফরমেশন অফ টেকনোলজি এটা আমাদের কোন হিসেবে মানে কি হিসেবে আমাদের কাজে আসছে, এখানে ডেটা অ্যানালাইটিক স্টাফ বা ডেটা অ্যানালাইটিক এর বিষয়টি আমাদের খুব জরুরি। সেক্ষেত্রে দেখা যাচ্ছে যে আমরা এই অপরচুনিটিটা 4.0 তে পেয়েছি, এবং ক্লাউড কম্পিউটিং এর কথা বলেছেন, যেটা 24/7 বা 365/7 আমাদের কাজে আসছে এবং আমাদেরকে সহযোগিতা দিয়ে যাচ্ছে। এটা ডেটা কম্পিউটিং এর ব্যাপারে আমাদের জানতে হবে যে এটা কি কাজে লাগছে। প্রোডাকশন অফ কোলাবোরেশন মানে আমরা হিউম্যান এবং প্রোডাক্টস এর সাথে বা ডিজিটালাইজেশনের সাথে কিভাবে কোলাবোরেশন হচ্ছে। টেকনোলজি আমাদেরকে এই সুবিধাটা প্রোভাইড করছে, এবং অলরেডি আমরা সার্চ সম্পর্কে জানি। সফটওয়্যার আমাদেরকে কেন, কি কারণে, কি কি জন্য আমাদের বেশি প্রয়োজন। এবং অ্যাশ স্যার আমাদেরকে বেসিক্যালি যেটা ফোকাস করেছেন ব্লক চেইনের ব্যাপারে। তার পরবর্তীতে আমি চলে যাচ্ছি যে ডেটার কালেকশনের কারণ, ডেটা কেন স্টোরেজ বা সেফলি স্টোরেজের কথা বলা হচ্ছে। যে অনপ্যাসিভ এর মাধ্যমে আমরা সবাই এটি জানি যে আমাদের এখানে ডেটা সিকিউর, কারণ সাইবার সিকিউরিটিটা হচ্ছে আমাদের মেইন ইম্পর্টেন্ট ব্যাপার। যে এই যে ফ্যাসিলিটিটা আমাদের অ্যাকুরেটলি না হলে আমাদের অনেক প্রবলেম ইন ফিউচার হতে পারে। সো এই সুবিধাটি আমাদের এখানে দিয়ে থাকবে বা আমরা পেতে পারি। ইনফরমেশনের ব্যাপারে আমাদের কোনো রিস্ক থাকবে না, ডেটা হেলথ এর ব্যাপারে কোনো রিস্ক থাকবে না, এটা সেফ গার্ড বলা যায়। এবং পরবর্তীতে আমরা যেটা পাচ্ছি যে ভার্চুয়াল রিয়েলিটির সাথে যে ডিজিটাল কন্টেন্টের সাথে আমাদের একটা কোলাবোরেশন হচ্ছে, এবং ফেস মনিটরিং এর ব্যাপার যেটা বলছেন, যেটা আমরা অলরেডি জানি যে আমাদের ও ভেরিফিকেশনের মাধ্যমে কিভাবে আমাদের ফেস ভেরিফিকেশন হয়ে থাকবে। এবং এই সবকিছুর কোলাবোরেশনের সাথে আমাদের হেলথ কেয়ার সার্জারির একটা কম্বিনেশন রয়েছে। স্যার অলরেডি কম্পিউটারের একটি ইনফরমেশন দিলেন যে 1980s বেলজিয়ামে একটি স্টোরি এখানে উল্লেখ করেছেন। তো ওভারঅল যেটা হচ্ছে যে আমাদের ইকোনমিক গ্রোথ এবং আমাদের যে ক্রুশিয়াল মানে ইম্পর্টেন্ট পার্টটা হচ্ছে যে এই ইনোভেশন, অনপ্যাসিভের ইনোভেশন আমাদেরকে কিভাবে আকর্ষণ করছে, এবং অনপ্যাসিভের ইনোভেশন বা অনপ্যাসিভের উদ্ভাবন প্রোডাক্ট গুলো ভবিষ্যতে কিভাবে আমাদের কাজে লাগবে। ধন্যবাদ স্যার, ওভার টু হোস্ট।
Thank you, Rupa. Thank you so much. Actually, we are not going to translate into Hindi because there are not much people for Hindi language, and those who are with us, I think they understand English. So again, I request Jeffrey Morlock for your third part. After third part, I'll go for feedback to our speakers, other speakers. So Jeffrey, again, the floor is yours.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Um, uh-oh. There we go. Thank you. Uh, okay, let's get into some successful business stuff. This is going to be good for you. You guys are going to enjoy this, I think. Integrating philosophies of successful business. This is something that's going to be happening, right? While all the things that we just looked at can be used in business, today's rapidly changing business landscape, right? In that, success is no longer only dependent on traditional factors like profit margins, market share, product, that sort of thing. We talked about that with OnPassive, how OnPassive's not, I think his quote was, "We are not greedy when it comes to profit." So as you would expect, there are pillars of successful business that combine two categories, and those categories include technology advancements, and I love this part, philosophies that prioritize human compassion and goodwill, right? And we call these integrating philosophies. Now, obviously, OnPassive's at the forefront of all of this, and it's no different when it comes to this. Now, there are 3 technological advancements, and there are 3 integrating philosophies. So there's a 6 key philosophies for success in business today. And then once I go through these, I'm going to name the pillars of successful business today. So that'll give us a nice, well-rounded understanding. Now, technological advancements obviously include AI, right? AI has transformed business operations by enabling rapid analysis of vast data sets, automated or repetitive tasking, and AI can provide actionable insights to inform strategic decision making, rather, because of what it can do and because of the algorithms that uncover hidden patterns. Excuse me. They predict customer behavior, optimize processes, all the stuff we've talked about previously, right? That all lead to increased productivity, reduced costs, better customer experience, all of that. Also, AI-powered tools like chatbots and virtual assistants, they have enhanced customer service and enabled real-time engagement. I love that. I can't get enough of that because we've talked about our AI, our automation, and in specifics, our AI chatbot, how it will learn us, understand us. It'll actually understand what our intention is and be able to predict things for. I mean, it's really, really some good stuff. Now, with AI, businesses can grow and they can operate with a lot more speed, right? Faster, a lot more accurate. They can shift. They're more agile in a sense, and we get to keep and get a competitive edge in the digital landscape as we move forward because of all the AI and the automation that we're dealing with. Now, the second one is actually cloud computing. We talked about that. It's a cloud-based infrastructure and services. They've enabled businesses to operate a lot more flexibility. There's more scalability, faster scalability. Collaboration's a lot easier because it can be accessed from so many points all the time. By hosting resources and applications like OnPassive is going to be doing in the network, in the cloud, companies are able to access and share data from anywhere, at any time, on any device. And this has enabled remote work, real-time collaboration, and also allows for instant scalability. You know, Mr. Mufara is always talking about scalability, how you implement, stabilize, and scale. And that's how you do it. That's how they do it. Additionally, the cloud services, they provide automatic software updates, redundancy, backup, free IT resources that focus, for a company on innovation and growth. And long story short, overall, cloud computing is really transforming the way that business operates and makes it a lot easier to not only change with the market conditions, but it drives growth in that change. And the third thing for technology, as far as being integrated and needed in new businesses, is the IoT. We've talked about that too, simply because it enables seamless connections between devices, allowing for real-time communication and data exchange between them. And this integration improves customer experiences. That's what it's all about. And this is what's driving 4.0 into 5.0, is the customer experience and the heart of humanity going into business, which I'll probably talk at a later. Now, this integration improves a lot of things. For example, in smart homes, cities and stuff like that, they can adjust lighting and temperature based on occupancy or personal preference. Just a bunch of good stuff. It allows real-time monitoring and tracking, better outcomes, reduced costs, all of that we've talked about previously. Now, this is the part that I really like, because to me, this hits home with OnPassive in what we call integrating philosophies. And this is for successful business today. As of the turn of the century, these things started taking focus and being implemented and being driven into today's manufacturing environments and into the business and IT and just, everywhere. It went out like a virus almost. The first one is human-centered design, right? This design, human-centered design, puts empathy and understanding at the core of product development and customer service. And we see that, every day in OnPassive. Human-centered design is a design approach that puts the needs, the wants, and the limitations of people at the forefront of the design process. That's why it's always a back and forth. They put a product out, They have people use it, give lots of feedback. They take all that feedback back to the lab. They make the changes and shove it out again. What do you think we've been doing with OConnect for the last 11 months? This is exactly what we've been doing. And you've seen everything that we've fed back to them show up in this user interface. It's incredible. I mean, man, but all of this stuff involves understanding users' needs through empathy and research, generating and testing ideas, and the repetitive refining solutions to create products, services, and experiences that are all intuitive, they're effective. I mean, some of these are delightful. I mean, look at OConnect. It's gorgeous. I love it, right? This philosophy, human-centered design, called HCD, also emphasizes collaboration, experimentation, and continuous feedback to make sure all the designs that come out of it meet human needs and human expectations, ultimately leading to innovative, impactful solutions that improve lives. How many times have we heard Mr. Mufar say, we are going to impact humanity. We're impacting the world. We're impacting the globe. We're impacting and empowering people's lives. That's what it's all about. There's also the second one, integrating philosophy, is called corporate social responsibility, right? This refers to a business's voluntary effort to promote social, environmental, and economic stability. I mean, man alive. In business, before the turn of the century, that was unheard of. I mean, nobody did that, right? But that's where we got the idea of a conscious business. It involves adapting and adopting responsible practices and contributing to the well-being of the stakeholders, which includes employees, customers, communities, as well as the environment. That's why we say OnPass is good for the people and it's good for the world, good for Earth, right? It goes beyond legal compliance. We've heard Mr. Mufara talk about that. It's not about just being legal. We want to be above and beyond reproach. So that's the way they're doing it. It goes beyond compliance. It goes beyond profit making, because it aims not only to create positive impacts, but to minimize the negative ones. So it's not just that we're trying to do something good. We're trying to do something good, and we're trying to get rid of all the bad that was done along the way. We are the correction to the corruption, after all, right? So it encompasses areas like philanthropy, sustainability, diversity, ethics, ethical practices, right? Demonstrating a company's commitment to being responsible and caring, and being a caring member of society as a business can also be a societal member. So that's kind of cool. Businesses doing this build trust, enhance reputation, contribute to a better world, which is everything that OnPassive is and has been doing for, what I think is quite a while anyway. Certainly since the second year out of the gate. And by that, I mean somewhere around 2019, we started going in this. Now, the third integrating philosophy is called conscious capitalism. Conscious capitalism is a business philosophy that aims to elevate capitalism beyond just making profits, which we just talked about in the first two. It emphasizes purpose, passion, and compassion, and aims to create long-term value for the stakeholders, including employees, customers, suppliers, communities, and the environment. Sound familiar? Yeah. These other things are aimed at the same thing, right? Conscious capitalism encourages companies to cultivate strong sense of purpose. Check that block, man. I'm telling you, we got purpose, buddy. OnPassive is there. Align their actions with ethical principles. We are there. Foster a culture of trust, transparency, and accountability. We are there. I mean, it sounds like they wrote this for OnPassive. You gotta love it. By prioritizing the well-being of all the stakeholders and the planet, right? Conscious capitalists aim to create a more equitable, sustainable, and social responsibility form of business that benefits individuals and society as a whole. And you're going to hear this as a repeating theme. As we move from Industry 4.0, we're going to move into Industry 5.0, which is already happening. It's already overseas. They've been doing it for a number of years, where they put the human smack dab in the middle of the system, and everything works together based on that. So, I mean, it's going to be absolutely phenomenal as we move forward. And by embracing all these things that we're talking about, these new elements, Businesses build stronger relationships. They foster innovation, create positive impact on society, on the world at large. And as the business landscape continues to evolve, incorporating these are going to be essential for long-term success and relevance, because if you don't, people won't use you, they won't support you, and you're going to go by the wayside. This is a brand new system that we are just starting to see come into place, and it is absolutely phenomenal. Now, the pillars of successful businesses, okay? The first one, and you're going to see every one of these in On Passive, it's incredible. Operations, okay? In business, operations refers to the management of resources, processes, and systems that create and deliver value, value to the customer. That's what we're about. That's everything we're about. Because when we deliver value, we're going to grow, and we're where we need to be. Effective operations involve planning, organizing, supervising activities like production, logistics, supply chain management, quality control. He's talked about QA before, or QC he calls it, and that gives us efficiencies in productivity and quality. And the goal of operations is to optimize the use of resources, make minimum waste and cost, maximize customer satisfaction, as well as profitability. But like Mr. Mufar says, we don't focus on it. Profitability is there because of everything else we do. We don't have to focus on that. Well-designed, executed operations are key competitive advantages in business for business, and enables us to innovate, to scale, and to achieve that long-term success that we know we're getting. Another pillar of successful business, marketing. Marketing in business refers to the process of identifying, understanding, and satisfying customers' needs and desires to create value and to drive sales. Effective marketing involves research and analyzing customer behavior, developing targeted messaging and campaigns, building brand awareness, and leveraging various channels such as social media, advertising, content marketing to reach and engage. What do you think we've been doing for the last long time? How many strategic collaborative partnerships has Mr. Mufar developed? This is what we're talking about. That's part of marketing, and the branding and the reaching out and everything that they're doing. Man, he probably did write the book on this. Anyway, the ultimate goal of marketing is to create strong relationships with customers, differentiate us from the competitors, and to drive revenue growth by delivering compelling value propositions that meet whatever the customer wants. So it's all in together. Now there's another pillar here called finance. We're all aware of finance, especially with some of the challenges we've seen with the payment processing systems. I mean, they have put Mr. Mufar through the ringer on this, right? Finance is a vital pillar of success for business today, and it serves as a backbone of strategic planning, decision-making, and the pillar of operations. Effective financial management enables us as a company to allocate resources, to manage our own risk, and to optimize the performance that we want. And it means we have to take into account the budgeting, forecasting, accounting, and funding. So all this financial stuff he's putting in isn't just about taking money in and paying money out. It's about forecasting, accounting, funding, budgeting. It's all of that and more. And it provides a framework for growth, profitability, and long-term sustainability. That's why he's saying we're taking our time here. Yeah, we thought we were going to do it in 10 days. We gave you a 10-day extension. Oh, it didn't quite do that. We gave you another 10 days. We didn't give you 30 days because we really thought it was going to be done in 10. But he's making sure it's done right, and that ensures our sustainability. Wants to make sure we aren't going anywhere. And by leveraging financial expertise and tools, businesses can make informed investments. They can navigate the fluidity of markets and ensure their financial stability, resilience, if you will, right? Your staying power, and ultimately drive success by achieving the goals. And another pillar of successful business, obviously, is leadership, which Mr. Mufar, he's demonstrated in spades. Now, leadership in business is referring to the process of inspiration, right? Of guiding individuals and teams to achieve shared visions and goals. The man's got that coming out of his ears, right? Effective leaders in business possess qualities like strategic thinking, emotional intelligence, that's a big one, communication skills, decision-making ability. They empower and they motivate others. They foster a positive work culture, and they drive innovation and growth, right? In setting a clear direction, aligning resources, and building trust, leaders create an environment where teams can excel, collaborate, and deliver the exceptional results that we all know is coming out of OnPassive. So in business, leadership is critical for strong organizations, for driving change and achieving that sustainability or that long-term success that we know he has got right in the tip of his brain. There's also a pillar called sales. No big surprise there, right? I mean, without sales, what are you going to do? Sales refers to the process of identifying, building, and closing opportunities to exchange products and services with customers for money, for revenue. That's what we're in business for. That's what the SaaS model is all about. Effective sales involve understanding consumer needs, presenting solutions that address those needs, and then building relationships to foster the trust and the loyalty so that we can fulfill those needs in exchange for some moolah, right? Sales teams use various techniques. Obviously, I'm not going to go into that a lot. We really don't need to worry too much about us trying to make sales because OnPassive will do it. You can do it. And if you want to, more power to you. Personally, I'm going to pay a few extra dollars and let him do it all for me. There's also a pillar of strategic planning. In business, this is a forward-looking kind of a process that defines the organization's mission, vision, and objectives, and it aligns all the work and the organization toward achieving those objectives, right? It involves analyzing internal and external factors, identifying strengths and weaknesses, opportunities, threats, right? It's called SWOT, SWOT analysis, which is strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. So anyway, it basically develops a roadmap for executing strategies that align with the organization's growth and goals. It enables us to prioritize, allocate budgets, do all the stuff we got to do to stay in business, make sure we grow. And there is obviously customer service as a pillar. It's in business that refers to the support and assistance that's provided to customers before, during, and after a purchase, or during the use of a product or service, right? And to be effective, it involves addressing customer inquiries, resolving issues, complaints, that sort of thing. And we all know about that, so I'm not going to get too much into that. But that really brings everything to a draw here. Hopefully, if this comes out and if you've taken some good notes throughout, you'll be able to see a big ball where OnPassive is squarely at the center of everything that we have just talked about. So we're at the right place at the right time. It's all happening. It's moving forward. We're doing this the right way, in the right sequence, and we're doing it for the right reasons. So sit back and enjoy the journey, because it's going to be pretty soon. It's going to be a time where you're going to be just kind of rolling through, and you're going to miss some of the excitement. So thank you. I hope that you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you so much. Especially the last part, that was very much exciting. First two parts, that was more technical. Anyway, really we learned so many things. I'm not going in details, but I request Rupa, please translate into Bengali the gist, only the summary as he spoke.
It's very much difficult, sir, to customize all the points. আচ্ছা আমি চেষ্টা করছি। তবে স্যার যেটা বললেন যে কি ফিলোসফিজ তুলে ধরেছেন
Only the summary or the gist, okay?
I'm trying. আমরা স্যার যে র্যাপিড অ্যানালাইসিসে যেটা দেখলাম যে এআই এর মাধ্যমে কিভাবে আমাদের কাস্টমার বিহেভিয়ার বা কাস্টমারের এক্সপেরিয়েন্স কে আমরা পেতে পারি বা জানতে পারি। তো এই কাস্টমার এক্সপেরিয়েন্স শুধুমাত্র যে এটা মানে আমাদের পজিটিভ বা নেগেটিভ এক্সপিরিয়েন্স দুটো কম্বিনেশন থাকতে হবে, এবং আমরা অনপ্যাসিভের চ্যাটবোর্ডের মাধ্যমে আমরা এই সার্ভিসটি কিন্তু অনপ্যাসিভ আমাদের কাস্টমারদেরকে বা অনপ্যাসিভ সকল কাস্টমারদেরকে দিয়ে থাকবে। স্যার যেটি পরবর্তীতে বলেছেন যে ক্লাউড বেসড ইনফ্রাস্ট্রাকচার, সেখানে আমাদের স্কিল অ্যাবিলিটির কথা বলা হয়েছে। স্যার সবসময় আমাদের স্কিল অ্যাবিলিটির কথা বলে থাকেন। ট্র্যাডিশনালি যে বিজনেস প্রসেস থেকে আমরা এখন শিফট হয়ে মানে 4.0 থেকে 5.0 এর যে গ্রোথটা, এখানে ট্র্যাডিশনাল বিজনেস থেকে অটোমেশনের দিকে যে আমরা যেভাবে গ্রোথটা পেয়েছি, মার্কেটিং স্ট্র্যাটেজি যে সবকিছু এই ক্লাউড কম্পিউটিং এর মাধ্যমে আমরা জানতে পারি, এবং ডিভাইসের সাথে যে হিউম্যান কানেকশন তৈরি হয়েছে, অটোমেটিক্যালি একটা কাস্টমার এক্সপিরিয়েন্স কিভাবে ইমপ্রুভ করা যায়, আমার শহরের এবং আমার আশেপাশের প্রত্যেকটা মানুষকে কিভাবে ট্র্যাকিং এন্ড মনিটরিং করা যায়, এই ট্র্যাকিং এন্ড মনিটরিং স্টাফও আমরা অনপ্যাসিভের মাধ্যম থেকে পাচ্ছি। অনপ্যাসিভ কিভাবে আমাদের এই ফিলোসফিকে ইন্টিগ্রেট করেছে, বিজনেস আইডেন্টিটি কিভাবে তৈরি করেছে। অনপ্যাসিভের মূল উদ্দেশ্য হচ্ছে যে ডিজাইন বিজনেসে তৈরি করা হয়েছে সেটা হচ্ছে অনলি সেভিং ফর হিউম্যান, এবং এর মূল উদাহরণটা হচ্ছে ও কানেক্টের যে ইন্টারফেস গুলো রয়েছে সবকিছু আমাদের এই মানুষের বা মানুষের উপকারী বা ডেভেলপমেন্টের ক্ষেত্রে অত্যন্ত প্রয়োজনীয়, এবং এই রিসার্চটাই করা হয়েছে শুধুমাত্র মানুষের সুবিধার কথা ভেবে। সেকেন্ডলি, বিজনেসের যে মেন্টাল প্রসেস এবং ইকোনমিক্যাল ডেভেলপমেন্টের কথা স্যার বলেছেন। আমরা সবাই একটা নর্মালি আমরা ফিজিক্যাল বিজনেসে যে হার্ডশিপের মধ্য দিয়ে যাই, যেখানে এমপ্লয়িজ প্রবলেম থেকে থাকে, কাস্টমার প্রসেসিং এর প্রবলেম থেকে থাকে, অনপ্যাসিভ কিন্তু সেগুলোকে সব ওভারকাম করবে, এবং যেহেতু অনপ্যাসিভের সবকিছু অটোমেশনের মাধ্যমে করা হচ্ছে, তো আমরা এই নেগেটিভিটি থেকে মিনিমাইজ হয়ে আমরা স্পেশালি অনপ্যাসিভে যে এই মানবতার উদ্দেশ্যে যে করা সেই প্রসেসটার দিকে আমরা এগোই। সোসাইটিতে কিভাবে আমরা নিজেদেরকে ডেভেলপ করতে পারি, এবং অনপ্যাসিভ কিভাবে আমাদেরকে এই প্রোগ্রামে বা এই জার্নিতে আমাদেরকে ডেভেলপমেন্টে হেল্প করছে সেদিকে আমরা ফোকাস করি। এবং আরেকটা ব্যাপার হচ্ছে বিজনেসের ক্ষেত্রে যে কনসিয়াস ক্যাপিটালাইজিং করা, কিভাবে আমাদের কনসিয়াসলি ক্যাপিটালাইজিং করা, এবং আমাদের প্রায়োরিটি কোথায় থাকতে হবে। প্রায়োরিটি আমাদের হচ্ছে ভ্যালিউতে, আমাদের বিজনেস ভ্যালিউ, আমাদের স্ট্রং পার্সনস বা স্ট্রং পারপাস তৈরি করা, এই সব কিছুর মধ্যে একটা সংযোগ তৈরি করা, এই বিজনেস এবং হিউম্যানিটিজ এর মধ্যে একটা সংযোগ তৈরি করা। তো আমরা সাকসেস পিলারের ক্ষেত্রে পরবর্তীতে যাচ্ছি, একটু স্যার আমাকে 1 মিনিট সময় দেন। আমরা যে গোল অফ সাকসেস, এখানে গোল অফ সাকসেস বলতে কি বোঝানো হয়েছে, যে অপটিমাইজ আমাদের স্টাফ গুলোকে, আমাদের জিনিসগুলোকে, আমাদের প্রোডাক্ট গুলোকে অপটিমাইজ করে আমাদের সাকসেসটাকে রিচ করা। এবং তার মধ্যে থেকে স্যার যেটা বলেছেন যে বিজনেস মার্কেটিং স্ট্র্যাটেজি যেটা রয়েছে, আমাদের কাস্টমারকে স্যাটিসফাই করা বা কাস্টমার স্যাটিসফাইং সিস্টেমটা যেটা রয়েছে, সেটার মাধ্যমে আমাদের একটি বিজনেস স্ট্র্যাটেজি আমাদের বোঝা যাচ্ছে এই ইনোভেটিভ প্রসেসের মাধ্যমে। পরবর্তীতে স্যার বলেছেন যে ফাইন্যান্সিয়াল হেল্প বা আমাদের অ্যাকাউন্টিং এর ব্যাপারেও বলেছেন স্যার। তারপরে আরেকটি মূল পয়েন্ট হচ্ছে যে লিডারশিপ ইন বিজনেস, একটি বিজনেস তৈরি করতে হলে যে মূল এফেক্টিভ লিডার হতে হবে, এবং মানুষের মাইন্ড চেঞ্জিং এর ব্যাপার বা কারেক্ট থিঙ্কিং প্রসেসটাকে একজন লিডার আমাদেরকে তৈরি করে দিতে পারেন। এটাই হচ্ছে বিজনেসের সাথে আমাদের অ্যালাইনেশন বা সমঝোতার ব্যাপারটি করা হয়েছে। তা আমরা কিভাবে একটি চেঞ্জ আনতে পারি, কিভাবে এই চেঞ্জে নিজেদেরকে ঢেলে দিতে পারি, এইটি আমাদের লিডারশিপের মাধ্যমে অর্জন করা সম্ভব, এবং আমাদের সঠিক লিডার এটাকে আমাদের গাইড করে থাকেন। এবং বিজনেসের প্রোডাক্ট সেলিং প্রসেসটা এফেক্টিভ সেল কিভাবে হবে, প্রেজেন্টেশন কিভাবে হবে, সলিউশন কিভাবে হবে, এবং টেকনিক্যালি মানে বিজনেস প্রোডাক্ট সেলিং এর টেকনিকটা সবকিছুই আমাদের এই লিডার বা পারফেক্ট লিডার আমাদেরকে গাইড করে থাকেন। তো আমাদের এটা নিয়ে ওরিড হওয়ার কিছু নেই, কারণ আমাদের আমরা পারফেক্ট গাইডেন্সে আন্ডারে আছি, এবং পারফেক্টলি আমরা আমাদের মিশন ভিশনকে আমরা সাকসেসকে আমরা রিচ করতে পারবো, পৌঁছাতে পারবো। বিজনেস স্ট্র্যাটেজি বা বেসিক্যালি আমাদের যে এই রোড ম্যাপটা, আমরা যে এতগুলো প্রসেস আমরা দেখলাম, জানলাম, শুনলাম, এটা শুধুমাত্র অনপ্যাসিভের দ্বারাই সম্ভব, এবং পারফেক্ট লিডার অ্যাশ মুফারের দ্বারাই আমাদেরকে সম্ভব সামনে এগিয়ে যাওয়া। ধন্যবাদ স্যার, ওভার টু হোস্ট।
থ্যাংক ইউ রূপা, থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ, অনেক সুন্দরভাবে তুমি আসলে ট্রান্সলেট করেছো। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ মাই ডিয়ার ফ্রেন্ডস। নাও উইল লিসেন টু সাম অফ লিডার্স উই হ্যাভ Now, first I would request Jean Aliba, please, for your short feedback on the space.
Sure. Oh, thank you so much, Engineer Sushanta. Do we have an echo? I
Sorry?
think if everybody could be muted, there's a bit of an echo.
Okay, Devashish, you can mute centrally, so there is no noise or anything else. Please go ahead, Jean.
Thank you so much. Well, Jeffrey Morlock has literally built the Parthenon with his pillars of successful business. That was so incredibly comprehensive. I'm just absolutely blown away. So I can't add to that, but I can simplify into just a few things that I was thinking about, which is one, pillars are something that they hold up a structure, right? And they create a space for creating. So when I think of On Passive, how perfect that we are creating a space for something transformative in the world. And a really simple way to look at the pillars of a successful business are the right people, the right business itself, including the products, and the right strategy. So the right people, are they authentic? Are they resilient? Can they adapt with all the changes required for a successful business? Do they have positive mindset? Are they heart centered? We know now through On Passive that is powerful, and you can create new and wonderful transformative things if you're heart centered, if your standards are high, if you're values based, ethical, and honest. So if you have the right people from of all levels of the organization up to the CEO, if you have the right people in there, that is a pillar for your success. The next is the business itself right? Are the products valuable to people? Are they something people can use to help their lives? Is the brand strong? Is it a powerfully marketed? Is it out there in the world? Do people recognize it and trust it? Is the planning of the business, is the execution of all of its plans, is that effective? So do you have superior products? Is your brand powerful? That's the business itself. And then the strategy. Do you have a strong vision, and do you stick to it? Do you have a strong mission, and does that motivate all the people involved? Do you have a strong purpose, something that's going to lift humanity? Are your values powerful? So all of these things are strong pillars holding up the structure of any successful business, but most especially of On Passive. As Jeffrey said, it is doing all of these things and doing it exceptionally well. So our success is guaranteed. We're already doing all the things that a successful business does. And I wanted to just add one thing, which is that Jeffrey had talked about strategic planning and the SWOT, the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, I think it is. That is in Dr. Tarek Tantawi's, our CEO of Egypt, our Egypt offices. He wrote a book called Navigating Strategy, and I have read it, and it is powerful and succinct. And it talks about, I was reading, it's dedicated to On Passive and Ash, but I was reading through it, and all these things that Jeffrey is speaking about, all these powerful ways that businesses can be successful is in there. And if these are the people, like Professor Susan and obviously Ash, Engineer Kamal, Mr. Nazal, Mr. Murad, all of these people are the leaders of On Passive. So we have the right people, the right business itself, and the right strategy, vision, and mission, and we're guaranteed for success. And that's all I wanted to add today. Thank you so much, Jeffrey, Engineer Sushanta, Rupa Roy, Mr. Raj Amadar. Amazing translations. Thank you all so much. Oh, and I just want to say, Ami Tamara Shabaike Bhalobashi. Kanafat.
Thank
Love you too, Dinesh.
you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Really, really, you have said very rightly. We have the right people, we have right strategy with the right product. Of course, we have the very right mindset. We will succeed, there is no doubt. Thank you so much, Jean Eliba, Now I'll go to Dr. Yvonne. Please, Dr. Yvonne, come up with your short and feedback. Then we'll listen to Ilanit Lebanon.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me and thank you for giving me this opportunity. I want to thank everybody here on the panel. This is the place to be on passive. Mr. Jeffrey Morlock, something is echoing. I was just sitting here and absorbing everything, and I am just so happy that I'm a part of this. That is so awesome. That is wonderful. You know, the foundation, building the foundation of everything in life, be it business, be it family, be it education, be it whatever, even spiritual. When you have that solid foundation, then you know that you are going to go far and wide, not just beyond your own self and your family. And we started with a CEO that has this very solid foundation, and the rest is just going to fall in place. Because when we talk about the economy, we talk about education, we talk about spirituality, we talk about all these things. You have to do business taking into consideration and account the people that you're doing business with, to meet them where they are, to satisfy their needs in a moral, respectful, and responsible way, which is what Mr. Jeffrey Morlock just covers everything. Because regardless of how much you know, regardless of the amount of money that you have, if you don't have that solid foundation that is built upon uplifting humanity, doing it for others, not just yourself. And we are here because that's exactly what Mr. Ashmufara is doing, and that is exactly what he is teaching us to do. And we are here, we are doing the same thing. It's a whole lot of great things, but I'm happy that I get to have the opportunity. If Engineer Sashanta is going to let me, I will watch it again and again, so that when I'm teaching these children, imagine children waking up from the time they wake up from bed in the morning until the time they went to bed. The next morning, they continue being bombarded from left and right with unclean technology that does not take into account the development, the mental, psychological, the moral, and economic development of a child. Imagine that kind of technology. But here we are with this clean, safe, valuable technology from OnPassive. It's amazing. There's no other place but here. This is the place to go. Thank you so much, Mr. Jeffrey Morlock. And we are waiting for you to come and teach the children again. I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, once again for your kind speech and thoughts. So this is our time is going to be limit now. I would like to say Jeffrey Morlock, sir, for your kind speech, and you have shared with us. And Devashish Rasmul, sir, আপনি কি আছেন? হ্যালো
Yes.
স্যার কি আমাদের কোনো ইনফরমেশন দিয়েছেন?
আপনাকে শেষ করতে বলেছে তার মাঝখানে
চলে এসেছেন।
আচ্ছা
সজল স্যার আপনি
এসে গেছেন।
Okay. Have we listened to Ilanit Lebanon?
Yes.
Okay. So I think Satya Papu, are you there? Okay, we have with us Chunki Das. Please, for your short feedback. We are actually facing problem today. Chunki, I request you to come up with your short feedback. Chunki Das. চুমকি দাস, চুমকি আমাকে শুনছো?
Yes, sir. শোনা যাচ্ছে, sir.
Okay. Go ahead. A short feedback.
Yes. So, okay. Video okay, sir?
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Good day to all. we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Jeffrey Morlock for sharing their expertise, insights, and valuable perspectives with us today. Your person and dedication have truly inspired us, and we are immensely grateful for the time and effort you invested making our webinar a success. Your contribution has enriched our understanding and left a lasting impact on all who attend. Thank you for being a beacon of knowledge and inspiration. We hope to have the pleasure of welcoming you again in the future. Until then, please accept our heartfelt thanks once more. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you, Chunki. Thank you so much. Now I request Gourango Sarkar, please come on with your short feedback. Gourango Sarkar.
Uh, Good morning. Thanks for calling me. Dear sisters and brothers, today is a day of great happiness for us, attending our great leader, Mr. Jeffrey Morlock and others. I am humbled that the great CEO, Mr. S, the foundership has been received by me. Thank you to everyone who is on passive and on-passive mission success family for your continued support and love me. Strengthen and inspire me by the on-passive. I would like to thank the whole world leader, Mr. S, as a parent for his unconditional love. Pillars of successful business is one of the blessing of life and one of its necessities. I can't give humble warming speech, but I tell everybody always be join the webinar. You become knowledgeable and make a successful man. At least I thanks everybody. So I beg to Mr. Susanto
Thank
having
you, my dear
a
friend. Thank you, my dear friend Gourango Sarkar. Thank you so much for your valuable feedback. Now I request Bhagavati Chakraborty. Bhagavati Chakraborty for your short feedback. Then we will listen to Satya Papu. Bhagavati Chakraborty, can you speak? Okay, I think something wrong. So Satya, I request you to say a few words. Satya Papu from India.
Hi everyone, how are you?
Fantastic. We are so cool. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, brother, for inviting me here. I'm so happy to meet our leader and our brother Jeffrey. Hi, Jeffrey. I'm so happy. I always like to listen your great teachings. So I'm very happy today you gave us the deep insight of the pillars of our business. So it's really learning. Today for me. I'm so happy to meet you all here. So I always feel, by attending, we have to learn something. So with this webinar, I am thinking that we got some information from Jeffrey, how the business will go, all these things, the pillars, and all the things, how the strategic planning and how the quality of products should be and how the market should be analyzed. All those things with on passive, everything has been going on. We have been seeing it's a strategic planning through Dubai marketing, and our tools are really amazing. So everything, whatever Jeffrey has been said, it's been going on with our passive strategy. So it's really amazing to be part of this great business. So it's a learning, and as a founding member, what we should give in return to on passive is to learn something here and to share the value of Unpassive through its tools like that. So I'm so happy to be here and to learn something about technology. So Jeffrey is so experienced person, so we got some insight about how things go in the back end. So thank you so much, Jeffrey, for giving us this great things. And Jane and everyone, International Women Day. I wish everyone. Thank you so much for giving me this great opportunity. Thank you so much, brother Shishant, for having me here. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, Sato. Thank you so much for your nice words. Dr. Benny, have we heard Dr. Benny? Dr. Benny, please come up with your short feedback.
Okay.
Okay.
First, I want to say good evening to each and everyone. Thank you. I want to say,
On the Woman Day, we don't like to miss your face.
oh, come on. You want to see my face? Thank you so much. I want to first of all say thank you. I want to thank each and everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to each and everyone all over the globe. I want to take this moment to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing each and everyone together this morning, this afternoon, this evening, as well as thanking Him for sending someone to all of us, because if it wasn't for that individual, you and I would not be here. His name is Mr. Ashim Farrell. We want to take this moment to thank him, and we want to thank God, or begging God to provide, to take care of him, right? Because of the challenges that he is facing at the moment. We are praying for him, for the tech brothers and sisters, as well as his dream team and his entire family. I want to thank Brother Jeffrey. Thank you for extraordinary presentation. Miss Jane Olivia. Olivia, I want to thank you for your contribution and the rest. So when it comes to this building a successful business, I believe that it involves the combination of strategic planning, effective execution, adaptability, and a focus on customer satisfaction. So if our customers, first of all, as you all know that you and I, we are the first customers of OnPassive. And based upon what we are doing, or the products that has been given to us, we all know that on All Connect is our first commercialized product. Are you guys satisfied? We're just going to find out from our customers as well if they are satisfied with this, our products. Then with this specific strategy, it varies based upon the industry and the business model. So we talk about the clear vision and mission, which it establishes a clear and inspiring vision for the future of the business, as well as it is well defined the mission statement. It outlines the purposes and the value guiding what the organization, which is our company, and activities and the decision. So we talk when it comes to the strong leadership. Our CEO, we know that he is a good leader, the best leader, as I know. So an effective leadership is crucial for setting the tone, providing what he provides directions, right? Fostering a positive work culture with the leader, that it will also, I should say, it should inspire and empower their terms while being adaptable and responsive to challenges. And you guys know that he has been facing a lot of challenges, but he made us to understand that he is okay. You know, all of us, we all learn from mistakes. So I know I don't want to take too much time when it comes to this, but let me just give one more thing. When it comes to customers centric approach, it prioritizes the customer satisfaction by understanding their needs, right? Delivering the value, providing excellent customer services, customer centric approach, which it will build the loyalty and positive word of mouth, now contributing a long-term success. And I just want to say, whatever things are happening within our organization, which we all know that on passive, it deals with artificial intelligence and machine learning, which is also software as a service, pay as you go. Things are happening within our company, and our CEO make us to understand that we are going to continue to utilize artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is here to stay. As you all know, with artificial intelligence or machine learning, you and I, we are humans. So we are going to program the machine or program the robot to do the work for us. I will stop here, but I just want us to pray for our CEO. We want God to take good care of him, protect him for you and I. Thank you so much, Engineer Schuster, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your nice words. Kalpana, sorry, Bhagwati Chakravarti, can you unmute? Bhagwati Chakravarti? Bhagwati,
Good
can
morning,
you?
sir.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
Good morning, all of you. স্যার বেঙ্গলিতে বলবো
Okay, go ahead. Bengali, English, Hindi, whatever you like.
ওকে স্যার থ্যাংক ইউ অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ জানাই আমাদের বেনি ম্যামকে ডক্টর বেনি ম্যামকে এবং অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ জানাই আমাদের সত্য পাপু স্যারকে তার সাথে সাথে আমাদের স্পেশাল গেস্ট আমাদের জাবরি মল্লক স্যার অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ জানাই ওনাকেও উনি অসাধারণভাবে কিন্তু বলে গেছেন প্রত্যেককে জানাই শুভ সকালের শুভেচ্ছা অভিনন্দন গুড মর্নিং অল অফ ইউ সিস্টার অ্যান্ড ব্রাদার থ্যাংক ইউ your special guest Jeffrey Morlock sir and welcome to other sister Jenny Eliva Dr. Iano ma'am then thank you very much beautiful speakers all respected founding member thank you Mr. Susanto Vistas sir thank you sir over to you
Thank you. My dear friends, Miss Bhagwati Chakraborty, she actually thanks to all the speakers, panelists, those who already speaks here. So thank you so much, Bhagwati, for your feedback. We have with us Kumaran from Malaysia. Kumaran, can you say a few words as short as possible because it is almost or it is midnight, so we should move towards to close the webinar. So Kumaran, do you like to say anything? Kumaran from Malaysia. Okay, I think he's listening. So we are almost close to the webinar. Now I would request Jeffrey for your short or finishing lines on the topic.
Oh, who's got the mic open? There we go. I really don't, man. I mean, I'm all talked out. I agree with what Gene has said and what Dr. Benny has said, what everybody said. On passive is where it's at. It's moving forward. It's doing the right things in the right way. And if we just have the right heart and the right mindset and kind of look forward to that and breathe easy and enjoy where we're at on the way to where we're going, I mean, we're home free. We're scot free. It's being done for us. It's being worked out. We're on the backs of this behemoth IT company that has got it all going on, every bit of it. It's been ahead of the game since 3-4 years ago. And by all the research I've done, we're still ahead of the game and driving the game forward. We're driving global economic change. It's absolutely incredible. We are not only in time and on time, but we are ahead of everything. So, we're at the right spot. We're at the right place, and we're in the right company. And, Gene, you are absolutely right. When we talk about the products, we talk about the people, we talk about the strategies, all of that is all here. And we're a part of it. And we can be proud of it. So, and if anybody sees this that is not a member of OnPassive, just find a link. Go look at it. Just open up the OES and go take a peek and push some buttons. Get a free product. See what we're about. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. Thank you, Sushanta.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you so much. Thank you. Can you hear me? Okay. Yesterday I was hearing Michael Williams. He was saying that the hater, the doubter, the critic, whoever you are, if you don't love OnPassive, you will also win if you into OnPassive platform. So let's go with the flow. Company ensures success for each and everyone. Am I right, Jeffrey Morlock? Jeffrey,
Yeah, what?
if there is a hater, even don't believe on passive, he's a critic, he don't love on passive, still, if he is in the on passive platform, he will win. So go with the flow,
Oh,
everyone will be
absolutely.
winner. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Go. I was laughing when you said go with the flow. It sounded kind of funny, but absolutely. And we're in a flow. I mean, we have things going on that's uh, I'm getting an echo.
Okay, thank you so much, my dear friends. Definitely, we will close the webinar. Before closing, I request our host, Devashish Shashmal. He did lots. He has lots of contribution. Still, we face some issues, but surely we have done successfully. I request Devashish for vote of thanks to the speakers, participants, whoever are here.
Thank you.
Devashish.
Thank you. Thank you, brother engineer Susanto বিশ্বাস, to chance me. It has been an honor to be a part of this webinar. On behalf of OP Mission Success Family India, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guest, Jeffrey Morlock from USA. And I want to share a sincere thanks to our CEO and tech team, as always. To put, definitely they are doing a tremendous job for the success of each founders globally. They are creating a history in the industry of internet. And heartfelt gratitude to our special guest for sharing these thoughts of today topics, pillars of successful business. Really, your thought is like an impression to all of us. You always supported and guide us. You have always been generous with your knowledge sharing, eventually giving time. I would be falling in my duty if I don't thank today's others guests such as Sister Jane, Benny, Lebanon, Damodar Prasad, Kumaran, Satyapapu, and many others participants and co-host team organizer Mr. Sajal Singh Rai and today presenter engineer Susanto বিশ্বাস who have made this webinar possible. Today our evening session will be a celebration webinar about World Women Day. I request to all join there. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Over to engineer. Sir.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Devashish Shashmal. Thank you so much for your nice vote of thanks to all the participants here. My dear friends, definitely we will close the webinar. Now I am closing the webinar, wishing you all the best. Live well, do well. Everything will be fine in your life. For now, it's a goodbye to each and everyone. It's a good morning here at our part. Definitely good morning at USA too by this time, or whatever the time is. So we should enjoy the day. So see you again. Goodbye for today. Thank you so much. We are so in it to win it.
We are so in it
We
to
are so
win it.
in it to
So
win
in
it.
it to win it.
We are
We
so
are
ready to
so
win
in
it.
it to win it.
We are so in it, unit, far.
Very
We are
good.
so in it
Thank
to
you.
win
So
it.
Thank you,
in
everyone.
it to win it.
We are
Thank
so
you.
in it
Thank
to
you.
win it.